So this is a quick one. Let's talk about worry and fear. Every one of us has gone through worry and fear at some point in life. And as we are speaking right now, there's someone who is experiencing fear at a given level. And this comes from different aspects. The fear to start something, maybe if it is a business, the fear of failure, and maybe there are some dreams that you're chasing, the fear of rejection. Fear of rejection, maybe it is from your family members, your friends, the society, and you fear them judging you. The fear of some uncertainties in future, and also the fear of sickness. There could be some illness that you're going through right now and you're worried about it. The fear of financial instability. This is the big one. You're worried about how your finances will be in the future. And also the fear of death for a loved one. This worries a lot of people when they look at their loved one in their state of saying goodbye. So, Musa, what is your take about all of this?
Thank you so much, my fellow friend, Nyamrangwa David. We all fail, we all break, we all make mistakes because we are human beings. That is what we are. So that means at any point in time, we can make mistakes, we can fail, we can fall. But what matters most is after you failing or after you falling, what do you do next? Let's take a look into the Bible. Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 5. God says, I knew you before I formed you in the womb. I knew you before you were born. And I set you apart. I appointed you as a prophet of nations. That is a powerful message from the Bible. My fellow brother, my fellow sister out there, I want to tell you that God has a plan for you. It actually goes deeper than that. It doesn't only stop on a plan. God has a lot for you. I want to tell you this, that in life, there is worry, there is fear, and all those, because that is what makes life interesting. Life is a journey full of ups and downs, but it is all about how we navigate through all that. One of the things that you have to quit is worry. By the way, worry, especially about the future, feels normal. It feels okay to get worried about maybe how your future will look like. It feels okay. But I want to tell you this, that even when it feels okay, you don't have control over it. In life, there is the small circle, and then there is the bigger circle. So most especially, you lie in the small circle. And in that small circle, there are words and your actions that fall there. And these are the only things that you can control. You can control your words, you can control your actions. And outside that small circle, or outside that inner circle, it is the big circle where the future lies. The future about your plans in future, your goals in future, they all lie in that bigger circle. And most especially, that is the things, those are the things that you don't have control over. But it is only God that has control over those things. So why do you have to get worried over things that you don't control? My brother, it is high time actually you knew that worrying steals your happiness. It sets you to depression. And by the time you realize that actually I've been caught up in things that don't add up on you, that do not make sense in my life, you have already lost everything. So please, I actually urge you to quit worrying. Another thing that we have to quit is fear. 2 Timothy, and that is 1:7, God says that the spirit of fear doesn't come from me, and He has not given you that spirit of fear. So my brother or my sister, My mother, my dad, where are you getting that spirit of fear? Why do you have to get scared to start something new? Why do you fear to start up that business? Why do you fear to do something new in your life? Fear will always tell you, you can't do it. You can't stand out. But I want to tell you this, that actually you can do it. Start it. Fail, but do it again. Stand up. Keep going. And at the end, I'm sure you will see the results. Because from failure, it is where we gain our experience. It is where we get that wisdom. Hope it makes sense. Another thing that you have to quit is speaking negative words onto yourself. Proverbs, that is 18:21, it says, the tongue has the power of life and death. So what you can speak, you can live. When you start speaking negative words onto yourself, it changes your mindset. Your mindset sets into negativity. And trust me, you shall never do anything. But when you change your mindset, positivity comes with that energy to keep you moving. My brother, my sister, why don't you employ positivity? Because it will make you to navigate all these through these things, and at the end, you will see the light, you will see the success. So please change your mindset. And lastly, you have to quit people pleasing. What will people say? What will people think? Kankuzeyo. When have these people failed to say what they wanted to say? People will always have what to say, what to comment onto your life, and they will never stop doing that. So it is all about you to focus onto yourself. If it is adding value onto yourself, don't mind about what your family member, what your sister, what your brother shall say. Because at the end, it is benefiting you, and this is your life, this is your journey. So please, don't get scared of what will people say. Because I assure you, they will say everything, whatever they want to say at the end. And I believe if this message keeps at the back of our mind, then we shall be able to walk through the journey of our life when it is making sense to us and when we can do what we can do. Like I said, don't mind onto things that you don't have control over them. Only focus on what you can control, your words and your actions, what you can do. Don't mind about the outcome. It is only God that shall have to guarantee you success at the end. I believe those words are so important if you take them serious. This is our episode as Glamour Home Doctors, where we inspire, we heal, we transform. Your life matters wherever you are. We wish you well. Have a nice evening. Thank you.
Thank you.